Speaker number 3, Tim Linger, The History of the U.S. Postal Service. The History of the U.S. Postal Service, Tim Linger.
Good morning, Post Office.
Good morning. Good morning.
But seriously, good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is about going postal at the U.S. Postal Service. There's probably a true story behind that, I'm not really sure. But we're going to talk about numbers, lots and lots of numbers, dates, zip codes, numbers. We're going to start off with the year 1620. A few weeks ago, we talked about the Pilgrims. By 1639, the very first postal office was opened in Boston, in a tavern. Possibly over a brew, not really sure. By 1691, the Postal Service had grown to 75 offices. By 1707, England realized there was a profit to be made in delivering mail. They seized the U.S. Postal Service for their own good, their own profit. By 1792, we're now the United States. They decided to create the Central Postal Office. There was 3 CPOs, not to be confused with Star Wars. The 3 took a moment there, but that's okay, I paused. By the 1800s, there was 13,000. By the 1800s, there was 13,000 post offices across America. You can imagine the logistical nightmare. They had to hire steamboats and Pony Express and carriages and stagecoaches to deliver the mail. There had to be some kind of organization. American Express was a mail carrier service. Wells Fargo, stagecoach, mail delivery service. By 1943, the Postal Service needed to be even better organized, so they came out with the infamous zip code system, 5 digits. Game changer. It totally organized America. Now, interesting enough, in the early 1900s, America wasn't that literate. A lot of people didn't finish school, even elementary school. Numbers were important. 1973, I want to say, and I did. 1973, they decided to abbreviate the states. Now, people were trying to spell Pennsylvania, just about impossible. Massachusetts, you can't do that. California, that's out there somewhere. Mississippi, they came up with a jingle, right? M-I-S, they had to do it. People couldn't spell, so they would do M-I-S-S, M-A-S-S. They even abbreviated Utah. That's UTA. Here's where the story gets fun. The postmaster contacted one of our very own Winter Park Toastmasters years ago and said, we need to abbreviate this. 1973, if Roy remembers. I'm not going to mention any names, of course. It was at SPACs. And Roy said, we've got this. I have a crack team of Winter Park Toastmasters that can knock this out. In fact, he said to his people at SPACs, let's do 2 letters. And Alabama, for example, Alabama. Everyone good with the first letter, the second letter, A-L? So they're thinking about making some money off this. Now the people in cahoots was Tim Rickey. Blake, happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
And a couple others. In fact, Dan Wallace joined Toastmasters in '72. Not sure why there was a big gap in his membership, but that's for another story. So Roy brought it up to table topics and says, let's do this over table topics. We got the AL, right? Everyone's good with that. What's next? Alaska. Everyone good with the AL?
No.
Okay. We'll come back to that. What's next? Arizona. Anybody okay?
Yeah.
Suggestions? AR. We got this, right? What's after Arizona?
Arkansas.
Arkansas, Arkansas, AR, AK, AK. Okay, this is gonna take a little longer than we thought. We may have to take the tabletops and move it into speeches. Let's go with the C's. Colorado? CO? Good? California? Huh? We're on a roll now. Colorado? Should I say that one? We can come back to that. Connecticut? All right. Someone in the back of the room said hi. Hawaii, done. That was easy. Okay, right? Oklahoma. Moving on into the M's. Minnesota, Michigan. Minnesota, Michigan. Pick some more. Mississippi. Montana. Let's go with the O's. Maine, MA. Another Massachusetts, another MA. We're in trouble. So the crack team of Toastmasters, the leaders went back to the Postmasters and said, no, it's not going to happen. We're going to need more time. And the Postmaster wasn't happy. So Jordan was there, right, Jordan? You remember this?
In the afternoon.
Jordan was thinking about taking some legal action. Tim Rickey was going to throw the book out after him, but he knew, right? You're going to throw the book at him. You knew you could clean up after this. Someone suggested hiring, in fact, it was Postmaster suggested hiring a contractor. That's what government does. And Jordan said, no, a contractor. A contractor, somebody who takes words and shrinks them down. So they gave him another word at it. They gave him another chance at it. And they hired a guy, Jordan knew this guy, that was genius for shrinking things, sort of like an accordion, shrinking things. This is a guy who's famous for, back in the day they used to say 9 of the clock, 10 of the clock. This guy took a comma and threw it up there and said o'clock. 10 o'clock, much simpler. This guy was famous for words like won't, can't, shouldn't. He took these double words, triple words, and smashed them down. This guy was a genius. He finally made millions. He was famous for his words. He finally made millions. Taking the word from Budweiser, shrinking it to what is up, and shrinking it to, you ready for this? What's up? Thank you, Toastmasters.